Test it with this.
Our first event this morning is event number 13.
Once again, this is event 13, girls 11 to 12, 100-yard freestyle, and this is an all Riptide meet. In lane 3 is Megan Rucci. Lane 4, Kaylin DuBois. Lane 5, Iris Polvolny. And in lane 6, Maddie Carter. And again, this is heat 1 of 4. And this morning, this is Tom Rucci, and I'm joined by Chris Hansen, and we'll be bringing you the meet this morning. And right now it looks like in lane 4 leading the race is going to be Kaylin DuBois. In second place looks like it is Iris Polvolny. And in third place right now is Megan Rucci in lane 3. And in lane 4, Kaylin DuBois will take first place with a 107.29. In lane 5, second place is Iris Polvolny with a 109.48. And in lane 3 is Megan Rucci taking the third slot at 119.85. And that will leave Maddie Carter in lane 6. And she will touch with a 135.45.
Up next is heat number 2 of event 13.
All right, in heat 2 rather. This is also an all Riptide heat. In lane 1, we have Mia Barton. Lane 2, Addie Faken. Lane 3, Emma Paul. Lane 4, Avery Jelinek. Lane 5, Vivian Kohler. Lane 6, Nora Behrens. Lane 7, Emmy Dietz. And lane 8, Claire McKinley. And in lane 4, Avery Jelinek is leading the pack down at the end of the pool, heading on back. It's a fight for second place, I will tell you. However, it does look like in lane 6, Nora Behrens looks like she's going to touch second. And yes, she does. So finishing first in lane 4 is Avery Jelinek with a 104.84. Second place goes to lane 6, Nora Behrens. And third place goes to lane 5, which is Vivian Kohler. Next up is heat number 3. And this is a mixed meet here, or mixed heat rather, with both Mako and the Riptide swim team. In lane 1 is Maren Lowensbury with Mako. Lane 2, Olive Patterson with Riptide. Lane 3, Chandler Offerman with Riptide. Lane 4, Sophie Fritz with Mako. Lane 5, Ava Veldman with Riptide. Lane 6, Greta Reichert with Riptide. Lane 7, Allie Peterson with Riptide. And lane 8, Ava Fortier with Riptide. And Sophie Fritz in lane 4 is in the lead slightly as she makes the first turn down for the second lap. Very evenly matched for the second position here between lanes 1, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very, very close. Sophie Fritz in lane 4 continues her lead with Ava Veldman on her heels in lane 5 as she comes back towards the finish line. But Sophie Fritz will take first position in lane 4 with a time of 103.82, followed by lane 7, Allie Peterson with a 105.96, and lane 5, Ava Veldman will take the third position with a 106.47. Next up is heat 4, our final heat of the girls 11 to 12 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Savannah Kirchhoff with Riptide. Lane 2, Lainey Bell with Riptide. Lane 3, Elena Pontrelli with Riptide. Lane 4, Maggie McNamara with Mako. Lane 5, Marion Culwaite with Riptide. Lane 6, Aubrey Fry with Mako. Lane 7, Ruby Call with Riptide. And lane 8, Alyssa Bauer with Riptide. This is a very, very close race so far between lanes 3, 4, and 5. Lane 3 is Elena Pontrelli, as you recall from Riptide. Lane 4 is Maggie McNamara with the Mako Sharks. And lane 5 is Marion Culwaite with Riptide. And they are making the turns at almost the same time at both ends of the pool as they race back here to the finish line. There might be a slight lead here by lane 5. I would say Marion Culwaite from Riptide is going to take first position with a 57.06. Lane 4 will take second with a 58 even, and that's Maggie McNamara. And lane 3 will take a 58.38. Lane 3 is Elena Pontrelli with Riptide.
Next up is event 14, boys 11 and 12, 100-yard freestyle, heat number 1.
All right, next up is heat number 2 of our event 14 boys 11 to 12 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Eli Thoof with Riptide. Lane 2, Maddox Acevedo with Mako. Lane 3, Jacob Pulaski with Mako. Lane 4, Nikita Grinberg with Riptide. Lane 5, Micah DeBelts with Riptide. Lane 6, Andrew Deeb, Riptide. Lane 7, Kyle Hadsel, Riptide. Lane 8, Griffin Smith with Riptide. And it is a pretty tight race. However, in lane 5, Micah DeBelts is in the lead, followed right behind by Nikita Grinberg in lane 4. Micah in lane 5 continues his lead by about a body length over Nikita Grinberg in lane 4. Looks like in third position is going to be lane 6, Andrew Deeb. Micah does finish in lane 5 with a 58.68. Nikita in lane 4 finishes second with a 100.12. And in lane 6, Andrew Deeb will finish third with a 105.06. Next up is event 15. This is our girls 9 to 10 100-yard freestyle. This will be a 2-heat event. This is heat 1 of 2. The girls are getting set on the blocks. In lane 2, Halston Schuler with Mako Aquatics. Lane 3, Jessica Yang with Riptide. Lane 4, Ellie Sidaros, Riptide. Lane 5, Dalen Schmidt, Riptide. Lane 6, Chloe Rath, Riptide. Lane 5, Dalen Schmidt is in the lead with Riptide. About a body length ahead of lane 4, where Ellie Sidaros from Riptide is swimming. And in third place, it looks like it's Chloe Rath coming in third place so far, but it's a bit of a fight here with lane 3 and Jessica Yang. Dalen Schmidt does continue her lead by about the same amount as she goes down for a second lap. And Dalen Schmidt should win first place with this one if she continues this pace, and she certainly is. She's starting to pull away just a little bit from Ellie Sidaros in lane 4. Dalen Schmidt in lane 5 will come in first with a 1:16.08, followed by Ellie Sidaros in lane 4 with a 1:21 even. Lane 6, Chloe Rath from Riptide will finish third with a 1:29.55. And in lane 3, Jessica Yang will come in fourth with a 1:31.85. Halston Schuler from Mako in lane 2 is heading back right now and will come in fifth place. Doing a great job. It's great to hear all the swimmers and crowd cheering for Halston as she comes back and touches with a soft touch. Oh, looks like a 2:06.74. Next up is heat 2 of our girls 9 to 10 100-yard freestyle. This is our final heat of event 15. In lane 1, Ellie Hendel with Mako Aquatics. Lane 2, Freya Simmering with Riptide. Lane 3, Mila Agalulu with Riptide. Lane 4, Paige Turnbow with Riptide. Lane 5, Lauren Bach, Riptide. Lane 6, Aria Leisinger with Riptide. Lane 7, Arabelle Gansky with Mako. And lane 8, Ellie Wagner with Riptide. Lauren Bach from Riptide in lane 5 is in the lead currently, followed very closely by Paige Turnbow in lane 4. After the first turn, they both got nice turns, and sorry, folks, we lost internet there for just a moment. In lane 3, Elliot Lesh from Riptide. Lane 4, Jace Hansen, Riptide. Lane 5, Will Kohler from Riptide. Jace Hansen in lane 4 is dominating this race. Followed by lane 5, Will Kohler in second right now. And Elliot Lesh in third place in lane 3. Jace makes the turn and is almost a half a pool length ahead of his competition at the moment. Jace made the final turn and he's headed back home to the finish line. And he will finish first in lane 4. Jace comes into this with a 106.72. And he finished with a 108.48. Will Kohler in lane 5 will come in second. This is event 17, heat 1. I'm sorry. This is a combined event 17 and 18. So in lane 1 is Audrey with Mako. Lane 2, Nora with Riptide. Lane 3, Molly with Riptide. Lane 4, Annabeth with Mako. And in lane 6, Ben Kohler with Riptide. And lane 7, Gavin with Mako. Next up is heat number 2 of event 17. And this again is girls 8 and under 50-yard freestyle. This will be the last heat of this event. In lane 1, Olivia DuBois with Riptide. Lane 2, Gwyneth Herman, Riptide. Lane 3, Emily Graw, Riptide. Lane 4, Morgan Sims, Riptide. Lane 5, Savannah Scrafford, Riptide. Lane 6, Fiona Prill, Riptide. Lane 7, Ellie Pulaski, Mako. Lane 8, Elizabeth Meyer with Riptide. Morgan Sims in lane 4 is leading the pack down to the finish line. Megan comes into this with a 33.37 and will finish in lane 4 with a 34.39. Coming in second will be lane 5 with a 38.52. That's Savannah Scrafford. Coming in third is lane 1, Olivia DuBois with a 39.55. Next up will be event 19. Event 19 is girls 11 to 12, 50-yard breaststroke. But before we get to that, it looks like they're going to be taking a 10-minute break. And I do apologize for connectivity issues this morning. Hopefully we can get those worked out during the break. We're taking a 10-minute break. 1 of 12. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Again, for those of you that are watching, we are in a 10-minute break here. That's probably a good half over at this point. And again, we apologize for any connectivity issues that we had this morning. Hopefully, that won't continue. As a preview, coming up next will be event 19. That will be the girls 11 to 12 50-yard breaststroke. And there'll be 3 heats of that. And that'll be starting here momentarily.
Running on the pool deck, girls, please. Someone's going to get hurt. Event 19, girls, 11-12, 50-yard breaststroke, heat 1 of 3.
All right, folks, we're back with the event 19, girls 11 to 12, 50-yard breaststroke. This is heat 1 of 3. In lane 3 is Megan Rucci with Riptide. Lane 4, Samantha Graves with Riptide. And lane 5, Marion Lowensbury with Mako. Samantha Graves in lane 4 takes the turn first at the other end of the pool as she works her way back to the finish line. Followed by Megan Rucci in lane 3 in second place. And Marion Lowensbury in lane 5 for Mako will be in third. Samantha Graves in lane 4 will finish with a 41.27. Megan Rucci in lane 5 will finish second place with a 44.39. And lane 5 will finish with, I'm sorry, lane 3 will, I had that mixed up, I'm sorry. Megan Rucci will finish third with a 52.88. Sorry about the mix up there. We'll get it right. This will be heat number 2 of the girls 11 to 12 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Iris Pavoni, Riptide. Lane 2, Savannah Kirchhoff, Riptide. This is an all Riptide meet. Lane 3, Addie Falcon. Lane 4, Elena Pontrelli. Lane 5, Emma Paul. Lane 6, Mia Barton. Lane 7, Ava Fortier. Taking the turn first at the other end of the pool is Lane 4, Elena Pontrelli. Oh, it's really close with Lane 3, Addie Falcon. The two of them are fighting all the way back here to the finish line. This will be very interesting to see who comes in first. It is a fight to the end, but it does look like Lane 3, Addie Falcon, will take first with a 39.11, followed by Lane 4 in second place, Elena Pontrelli, and third place was Lane 7, Ava Fortier. Next is heat number 3. This is our final heat of the girls 11 to 12 50-yard breaststroke. Again, this is an all Riptide heat. In lane 1, Greta Reichart. Lane 2, Olive Patterson. Lane 3, Marion Colwaite. Lane 4, Lainey Bell. Lane 5, Chandler Offerman. Lane 6, Vivian Kohler. Lane 7, Avery Jelinek. Lane 8, Nora Behrens. And at the turn at the end of the pool, it again is another tight one. However, looks like it's being led by Lainey Bell in lane 4. Second place is going to be a fight to the end between Marion in lane 3 and Vivian in Chandler in lane 5. And it looks like lane 1, Lainey Bell will take first place. Lane 3 will take second place. That's Marion Colwaite. And lane 5 will take third. That's Chandler Offerman. Event 20, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard breaststroke. This will be a 2-heat event, heat 1 of 2. In lane 3, Maddox Acevedo from Mako. Lane 4, Eli Thuth with Riptide. And lane 5, Sam Patterson with Riptide. Right now, Maddox is in the lead in lane 3, although it is still fairly close here as they approach the first turn at the end of the pool. Maddox will take the first turn, followed by Eli in lane 4. And Sam Patterson is currently in third. Does look like in lane 3, Maddox Acevedo with Mako will come in first with a soft touch. Lane 4, Eli Thuft comes in second with a 45.30. And in lane 5, Sam Patterson will come in third with a 48.28. Next up is heat number 2 of event 20. Boys 11 to 12, 50-yard breaststroke. This is an all Riptide heat. Into the water they go. In lane 1, Kyle Hadsel. Lane 2, Micah DeBelts. Lane 3, Philip Simmering. Lane 4, Nikita Grinberg. Lane 5, Andrew Deeb. Lane 6, Owen Jenin. Lane 7, Griffin Smith. And in lane 8, Charlie Johnson. Popping out of the water first is lane 4, Nikita Grinberg. Very closely followed by lane 5, Andrew Deeb. It's a tight one. However, lane 4, Nikita Grinberg will take first place. Lane 5, Andrew Deeb will come in second. And in lane 1, Kyle Hadsel comes in third with a 39.85. Event 21, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard breaststroke. This is a 2-heat event, and this is heat 1. In lane 3, Ellie Sedaros with Riptide. Lane 4, Ellie Hendel with Mako. Lane 5, Aria Leisinger with Riptide. Lane 6, Halston Schuler with Mako. Lane 5, Aria Leisinger is currently in the lead as she heads down to the other end of the pool. Pretty close for second place between lanes 3 and 4. Lane 3 is Ellie Sedaros. Lane 4 is Ellie Hendel. Lane 5, Aria Leisinger continues her lead as she comes back to the start of the pool, and she will finish first place. Aria comes into this with a 55.57. Aria will finish first in lane 5 with a 49.13. Finishing second is going to be lane 4, Ellie Hendel from Mako. And finishing third was lane 3, Ellie Sedaros. And Halston Schuler in lane 6 comes in fourth. Nice swims. Heat number 2 of event 21, 9 to 10, 50-yard breaststroke. Swimmers are on their marks. In lane 1, Arabelle Gansky from Mako. The rest of the swimmers are from Riptide. Lane 2, Jessica Yang. Lane 3 is Mila Agali. Lane 4, Alice Gaffke. Lane 5, Lauren Bach. Lane 6, Paige Turnbow. Lane 7, Dalen Schmidt. Lane 8, Ellie Wagner. Boy, it's pretty close between lanes 4 and 5 for first. However, lane 5 does appear to be in first place at the moment with Lauren Bach from Riptide. Very closely followed by Alice Gaffke from Riptide. All the way back to the finish line. Who finishes first? Lane 5, Lauren Bach with Riptide, followed by lane 4, Alice Gaffke, and in third place will be lane 3, Mila Agalu. Event 22, boys, 9 to 10, 50-yard breaststroke. This is a one-heat event, and it is an all Riptide swim team with 2 swimmers up on the blocks. I'm sorry, 3 swimmers. We have another swimmer combined from another event. In lane 3, we have Jace Hansen with Riptide. Lane 4, Parker Stuckey with Riptide. And in lane 6, we have Ben Kohler from Riptide. Jace Hansen in lane 3 is closely following Parker Stuckey as they make the turn at the other end of the pool and fight their way back to the finish line. Parker in lane 4 is slightly ahead of Jace as they come back to the finish line. Parker is about a half a body length ahead of Jace. And Parker will finish first with a 46.85 in lane 4. Jace Hansen finishes second in lane 3 with a 48.26. And Ben Kohler in lane 6 will come in third, and he comes into this with a 1:12.46. It's going to be very close to his time, just a little bit over. Great swims. Event 23 next up is the girls 8 and under 50-yard breaststroke. This is a one-heat event. It is all Riptide swimmers. Into the pool they go in lane 1, Gwyneth Herman. Lane 2, Olivia Dubois. Lane 3, Nora Ferris. Lane 4, Morgan Sims. Lane 5, Emily McGraw. Lane 6, Savannah Scrafford. Lane 7, Fiona Prill. And in lane 8, Elizabeth Meyer. Now, it's interesting, lane 1 and 8 appears to be their first swims for this because there's no recorded times previously. We're wishing them well on this first swim. Leading the pack back to the finish line is lane 4. That's Morgan Sims. She's got a pretty commanding lead here as she comes back to the finish. Second place right now is going to be lane 5, Emily McGraw in lane 5. Morgan Sims in lane 4 finishes with a 49.63. Lane 5 finishes with a 54.43. That's Emily McGraw. And lane 3, Nora Ferris, finishes with a 55.94. Folks, we have another break coming up here, so we'll take a 10-minute pause of our broadcast, and we will see you in just a few minutes. For those of you watching, if you've got any shout-outs that you want to send out to your swimmers, certainly let us know. I've got Chris Hansen working with me here, and he'll be looking at the live chats. And we'll let you listen to sounds of the pool until we come back in 10.
swimmers, please check the name on your parka, please. There's a few codes that have been assigned to different teammates. Please make sure you have your parka. Thank you.
Again, folks, we are on a temporary break at the moment. We'll be back shortly. And the chili dip continues all weekend, started last night, and we have the morning session. Now, for the afternoon session, for those of you that are going to continue to watch, there will be a separate live stream that will start up for that. So we will take a break after the morning session completes. And then tomorrow morning, it all starts back up again. The morning session should probably end sometime before 12 noon, just so you're aware. The last heat looks like it's just estimated to start about 11:20-ish or so. So we're making pretty good time. Again, if you've got any comments or shout-outs you want to make for the swimmers, let us know here. This is Tom Rucci bringing you the live stream here along with my partner Chris Hansen. Looks like the current temperature here in Apple Valley is 31 degrees. Looking out the windows here, you might not be able to see it too well, but I see the snow-covered cars. Fits the theme for the chili dip. My understanding is that we do have a few people that have actually made some chili today for maybe a little bit of a chili contest. So if you were here in person, you'd be able to see that and taste it. For those of you thinking about coming and watching in person, you know, we are about 3/4 full on capacity in the bleachers, so there are some seats still available. I assume it'll be similar when we get to the afternoon session. Maybe a little bit more. Looks like we might be getting ready to come back from our break. I'm seeing the officials reassemble. When we come back here, we'll be at event 25. All right, here we are. We're back. This will be event 25, girls 11 to 12, 50-yard backstroke. This is a 3-heat event, and this is heat 1. Again, you're watching the 2022 Chili Dip live from the Blue Water Aquatic Center in Apple Valley, Minnesota, with the host team Riptide swimming against the Mako Aquatic Swim Team. In lane 3, Marion Lowensbury from Mako. Lane 4, Ava Veldman, Riptide. Lane 5, Megan Rucci with Riptide. In lane 6, Maddie Carter with Riptide. In lane 4, Ava Veldman is neck and neck with Marion Lowensbury. In lane 3, Marion is starting to pull ahead as she comes back. And lane 3, Marion Lowensbury from Mako, will take first place, followed by Ava Veldman in lane 4. And third place goes to Megan Rucci in lane 5. Lane 6, Maddie Carter will take the 4th position.
Event 25, girls 11-12, 50-yard backstroke.
Now, heat number 2 of event 25, girls 11 to 12, 50-yard backstroke, is an all Riptide heat. Lane 1, Kaylin DuBois. Lane 2, Vivian Kohler. Lane 3, Addie Falcon. Lane 4, Chandler Offerman. Lane 5, Claire McKinley. Lane 6, Allie Peterson. Lane 7, Mia Barton. And we did have a scratch for lane 8. Lane 6, Allie Peterson is in the lead as she comes back. The fight for second among lanes 4 and 5. So, as I said, lane 6, Allie Peterson will take first position. Lane 4, Chandler Offerman, it comes in second. And lane 5, Claire McKinley comes in third.
Event 25, girls 11-12,
Heat 3, our final heat for event 25, girls 11 to 12, 50-yard backstroke is next. This is a mostly Riptide event. Swimmers get set. Lane 1, Samantha Graves, Riptide. Lane 2, Avery Jelinek, Riptide. Lane 4, Aubrey Fry, Mako. Lane 5, Alyssa Bauer, Riptide. Lane 6, Savannah Kershaw with Riptide. Lane 7, Catherine Deeb, Riptide, and lane 8, Nora Behrens with Riptide. Making the turn, coming back towards the finish line. Lane 4, Aubrey Fry with Mako is in the lead, followed by lane 5, Alyssa Bauer. Aubrey Fry in lane 4 will take first position. Alyssa Bauer in lane 5 takes second. And in lane 1, Samantha Graves takes third. Event 26, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard breaststroke. This is a 2-heat event. This is heat 1, and this is an all Riptide event. I'm sorry, all Riptide heat. In lane 3, Sam Patterson. Lane 4, Owen Jenin. And in lane 5, Philip Simmering. Owen Jenin, lane 4, takes a lead right off the blocks, or right off the pool end. As he makes the turn at the end of the pool and comes back, he is still in the lead by about a body length over competitor Philip Simmering in lane 5. In third position is Sam Patterson in lane 3. Owen Jenin comes into the event with a 37.79 and will finish first in lane 4 with a 37.46, followed by lane 5, Philip Simmering with a 39.24, and Sam Patterson coming in third with a 43.32. Great swims. Next up is Heat 2 of event 26. This is a mixed event with both the Mako Aquatics team and the Riptide swim team. Lane 1, Maddox Acevedo from Mako. Lane 2, Eli Thuft with Riptide. Lane 3, Nikita Grinberg with Riptide. Lane 4, Jacob Pulaski, Mako. Lane 5, Micah DeBelts, Riptide. Lane 6, Andrew Deeb, Riptide. Lane 7, Griffin Smith with Riptide. This is going to be a fight down to the end between lanes 3, 4, and 5. Nikita Grinberg, Jacob Pulaski, and Micah DeBelts. However, Micah DeBelts looks like he is going to touch first. Let's see if he does less. Lane 5 comes in first. Micah DeBelts with a 32.27, followed by lane 4, Jacob Pulaski. I'm sorry, take that back. Second place was lane 3, Nikita Grinberg. Then lane 4, Jacob Pulaski comes in third. Next up is event 27, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard backstroke. This is a 2-heat event, and this will be heat 1 of 2. Lane 3, Halston Schuler with Mako. Lane 4, Chloe Rath with Riptide. Lane 5, Arabelle Gansky with Mako. Chloe Rath is leading the pack down just slightly as she works her way down the pool in lane 4, very closely followed by lane 5, Arabelle Gansky from Mako. As they make the turn, Chloe Rath will continue her lead by about a body length now in lane 4. Second place is Arabelle Gansky at this moment, followed by third place Halston Schuler from Mako in lane 3. Chloe Rath in lane 4 comes into this with a 45.05, finishes first with a 41.42. Lane 5, Arabelle Gansky will finish with a 45.54. And in lane 3, Halston Schuler from Mako will finish with a 57.28. Heat 2 of our event 27, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard backstroke is next. In lane 1, Dalen Schmidt with Riptide. Lane 2, Ellie Hendel with Mako. The rest of the swimmers are from Riptide. Lane 3, Freya Simmering. Lane 4, Paige Turnbow. Lane 5, Alice Gaffke. Lane 6, Ellie Sidaros. And in lane 7, Ellie Wagner. Again at the turn, coming back now. It does look like lane 5, Alice Gaffke, is in the lead slightly over Paige Turnbow in lane 4. If she can keep this up, Alice in lane 5 will take first position. Alice comes into this with a 36.81. Alice will finish in lane 5 with a 35.60. And in lane 4, coming in second is Paige Turnbow. Lane 1, Dalen Schmidt will come in third. Event 28, boys 9 to 10, 50-yard backstroke. This is a 1-heat event. Also, this is an all Riptide event and heat. Swimmers get set. Lane 3, Will Kohler. Lane 4, Jace Hansen. Lane 5, Parker Stuckey. Lane 6, Elliot Lesh. Lane 4, Jace Hansen takes off to a commanding lead to the other end of the pool. Second place is a hotly contested spot here. between Will Kohler in lane 3 and Parker Stuckey in lane 4. Jace will take first position here in lane 4 as he works his way back to the start of the pool. Jace comes into this with a 32.45, finishes with a 34.67. The second spot will go to lane 5, Elliot Lesh with a 39.30. Lane 3, Will Kohler will come in third with a 41.57. And I'm sorry, Parker Stuckey came in second. I think I said that. Lane 6 is Elliot Lesh, and he will come in fourth. Next up is event 29, girls 8 and under, 50-yard backstroke.
This is combined with event 30, boys 8 and under, 50-yard backstroke.
All right, the girls are getting set in the water. We do have one swimmer joining, looks like two swimmers joining them from another event. So this will be combined with the event 30 boys 8 and under 50-yard backstroke as well at the other side of the pool. So in lane 1, Annabeth Pulaski from Mako. Lane 2, Savannah Scrafford from Riptide. Lane 3, Molly Engren, Riptide. Lane 4, Audrey Huar from Mako. Lane 6, Ben Kohler from Riptide, and lane 7, Gavin Tum from Mako. Looks like we had a scratch for lane 4, Audrey Huari. She's not here. So leading the pack back here is lane 2, Savannah Scrafford from Riptide for the girls. For the boys, it is Ben Kohler from Riptide leading in lane 6. Overall, Savannah Scrafford in lane 2 will finish first with a soft touch. Ben Kohler in lane 6 finished second. And lane 3, Molly Greenberg finishes third. Lane 1 finishes fourth. Annabeth Pulaski. Next is heat 2 of our event 29, girls 8 and under 50-yard backstroke. This is a mostly Riptide heat. Lane 1, Nora Ferris with Riptide. Lane 2, Olivia Dubois, Riptide. Lane 3, Emily Graw, Riptide. Lane 4, Morgan Sims, Riptide. Lane 5, Gwyneth Herman, Riptide. Lane 6, Fiona Prill, Riptide. Lane 7, Elizabeth Meyer, Riptide. And lane 8, Ellie Pulaski, Mako. At the turn, lane 4, Morgan Sims from Riptide is clearly in the lead as she works her way back. Kind of a fight for second place, but I would say at this point, Gwyneth Herman in lane 5 is in second. But you know, it's anybody's swim here, but they're very close together. Morgan Smith in lane 4 does finish with a 40.95 first. Second place will go to lane 2. That's Olivia Dubois with a 46.24. Lane 5 will finish third. That's Gwyneth Herman with a 46.28. It looks like they're calling for another break. I'll wait for the official word here, but I see the officials look like they are preparing for another break. So yes, folks, you heard it here. We're taking a 10-minute break before we hit event 31. We'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. Once again, for those of you that are watching and you want to send some shout outs, I've got Chris Hansen working with me here, manning the live chat. So feel free to go ahead and have a shout out here for your swimmer, and I will make sure that we get those out to the swimmers. For those of you watching here on the live stream, we are in a 10-minute break, which is, probably almost over here. Just be a few more minutes, I assume. I'm seeing the officials kind of wander around a little bit. So we'll be back shortly. All right, folks, we are back from our break with event 31. This will be girls 11 to 12, 100-yard IM. This is a 4-heat event. This will be heat 1. And again, you're watching the 2022 Chili Dip Invitational between Riptide Swimming Team and Mako Aquatics at the Blue Water Aquatic Center in Apple Valley, Minnesota. In lane 3, Marion Lowensbury with Mako. Lane 4, Megan Rucci with Riptide. Lane 5, Claire McKinley with Riptide. Lane 6, Maddie Carter with Riptide. Marion Lowensbury from Mako is leading the pack down to the other end of the pool, followed by Megan Rucci in lane 4 in second place. Marion Lowensbury takes the turn, keeping her lead by about a quarter length of the pool, followed by Megan Rucci in lane 4. Oh, no. Megan's been overtaken by lane 5, Claire McKinley. And Megan Rucci in lane 4 is currently in third place as they swim the breaststroke down to the other end of the pool. Marion Lowensbury in lane 3 makes the turn and is heading back to the start of the pool and will finish in first place. Marion Lowensbury comes into this with a 136.12, and she will finish in lane 3 with a soft touch. Nope, sorry, take it back. With a 120.56. Lane 5 will come in second, Claire McKinley with a 125.73. Megan Rucci in lane 4 will finish third with a 132.01. Maddie Carter in lane 6. This is a first-time swim for her. She has no recorded time. She will finish fourth place with a 143.64. Heat 2 of 4 is next here in event 31. Girls 11 to 12, 100-yard IM. This is an all Riptide event. I'm sorry, heat, not event, heat. Lane 1, Ava Veldman. Lane 2, Mia Barton. Lane 3, Iris Pavolny. Lane 4, Allie Peterson. Lane 5, Samantha Graves. And lane 6, Kaylin DuBois. Looks like we have a couple of scratches here in lane 7 and 8. In first place at the moment, lane 5 is Samantha Graves. And she comes back to this end of the pool doing the backstroke. Makes the turn and keeps her lead as she starts the breaststroke. In second place, right behind her, is lane 4, Allie Peterson. And it's a fight for the third position between the remaining swimmers. Although I believe third place does belong to lane 1, Ava Veldman. Samantha Graves in lane 5 continues her lead by about a body length, followed by Allie Peterson in lane 4. And in third place, lane 1, Ava Veldman. And that is how it will finish here. Lane 5, Samantha Graves finishes with a 115.30. Lane 2, Allie Peterson comes in second. In lane 4 with a 116.72. And lane 1 with a 118.55 is Ava Veldman. Heat number 3 is also an all Riptide heat. Lane 1, Vivian Kohler. Lane 2, Ava Fortier. Lane 3, Savannah Kirchhoff. Lane 4, Catherine Deeb. Lane 5, Avery Jelinek. Lane 6, Olive Patterson. Lane 7, Nora Behrens. And in lane 8, Addie Puckin. In the lead at the moment with the backstroke on the way back to the beginning of the pool is lane 3, Savannah Kirchhoff. And pretty much the rest of the pool is even after that, although I got to tell you, lanes 7 and 8 are very close. Catching up to the first place, Savannah Kirchhoff in lane 3 rather. Although with that turn, Savannah has lengthened her lead to about almost a full body length as she heads down to the end of the pool, doing the breaststroke. It's a tough stroke. This is where a lot of things often change for swimmers. Boy, lanes 3 and 4 have tightened up quite a bit. Lane 3, Savannah Kirchhoff has a slight lead over Catherine Deeb in lane 4. I mean, this is a tight race to the end. We're going to see everybody finish very close together. Lane 3, Savannah Kirchhoff will finish first. Lane 4, Catherine Deeb finishes second. And in lane 7, Nora Behrens will finish third. Next up is our final heat, heat number 4 of event 31. Again, this is the girls 11 to 12 100-yard butterfly. Heat 4 is a mixed team event, a heat rather. Heat 1, Greta Reichert, Riptide. Lane 2, Sophie Fritz with Mako. Lane 3, Lainey Bell, Riptide. Lane 4, Maggie McNamara with Mako. Lane 5, Marion Colwaite with Riptide. Lane 6, Alyssa Bauer with Riptide. Lane 7, Elena Pontrelli with Riptide. And lane 8, Ruby Call with Riptide. Looks like Ruby in lane 8 was a scratch. And a very tight match here for first place between lanes 4 and 5. That's Maggie McNamara from Mako and Marion Colwaite from Riptide as they fight their way down to the other end of the pool with Maggie McNamara in lane 4, just a slight bit ahead. As they make their way back down to the finish line here, doing the fly. I'm sorry, doing the free. It's going to be so tight. Let's see who takes it. Lane 4 takes first position. That's Maggie McNamara with a 107.16. Tied with lane 5, Marion Colwaite with a 107.16. They both came in first. In third position is lane 7. That's Elena Pontrelli.
32 boys, 11-12, 100-yard IM, heat 1 of 2.
Event 32, boys 11 to 12, 100-yard IM. This is a 2-heat event. This will be heat 1. Lane 3 is Sam Patterson, Riptide. Lane 4, Charlie Johnson, Riptide. Lane 5, Maddox Acevedo from Mako.
Lane 2, Charlie Johnson, Riptide. In lane 5,
Maddox Acevedo from Mako in lane 5 is in the lead at the moment, followed by Sam Patterson from Riptide in lane 3. Closely behind there is Charlie Johnson in lane 4 with Riptide as well. Maddox will continue his lead in lane 5 as they do the breaststroke down to the other end of the pool. Sam Patterson is still in second. Closely behind him in lane 4 is Charlie Johnson. Lane 5, Maddox Acevedo from Mako Aquatics is going to come in first in lane 5 there. He came into this with a 143.90. He will finish with a 122.78. Coming in second will be Sam Patterson in lane 3. And in third place, Charlie Johnson in lane 4. Next up is Heat 2, our final heat of Event 32, boys 11 to 12, 100-yard IM. Lane 1, Philip Simmering, Riptide. Lane 2, Owen Jenin, Riptide. Lane 3, Kyle Hatzel, Riptide. Lane 4, Jacob Pulaski, Mako. Lane 5, Andrew Deeb, Riptide. Lane 6, Micah DeBelts, Riptide. Lane 7, Eli Thuth, Riptide. And lane 8, Griffin Smith, Riptide. Lane 6, Micah DeBelts from Riptide is in first place with a commanding lead at this point, followed by lane 4, which is Jacob Pulaski. And as they make the turn here to the breaststroke, Micah DeBelts in lane 6 continues his lead to the other end of the pool. The second spot is hotly contested between lanes 3, 4, and 5. That's Jacob Pulaski. That's Kyle Hatzel, Jacob Pulaski, and Andrew Deeb. In lane 6, Micah DeBelts will take first. Micah came into this with a 1:19.36, and he's going to finish with a 1:10.49. Coming in second in lane 5 is Andrew Deeb with a 1:13.93. Coming in third in lane 3 is Kyle Hatzel with a 1:15.67. Event 33, girls 9 to 10, 100-yard IM. This is a 2-heat event. First heat of 2. Lane 3, Chloe Rath from Riptide. Lane 4, Jessica Yang, Riptide. Lane 5, Arabelle Gansky from Mako. And lane 6, Halston Schuler from Mako. Pretty tight race between lanes 3, 4, and 5. That's Chloe Rath in 3, Jessica Yang in 4, and Arabelle Gansky in 5. They are very, very closely matched as they come back to this end of the starting end of the pool here with the backstroke. Arabelle Gansky in lane 5, however, is leading the pack, followed by Jessica Yang in lane 4 and Chloe Rath in lane 3. Fourth position belongs to Halston Schuler in lane 6 at the moment. All right, this is going to be a fight to the finish between lanes 4 and 5. They are almost neck and neck, although lane 4, Jessica Yang, is beginning to pick up speed here and getting just a hair ahead. This is going to be a matter of touch. Nope, Jessica will do it. Lane 4 with a 1:35.72. Second place went to lane 5. That's Arabelle Gansky. Followed by lane 3, Chloe Rath. Fourth position will go to lane 6, Halston Schuler. Halston came into this swim with a 2:40.36. Halston will finish with a 2:21.40. Great improvement. Next up is Heat 2 of Event 33, girls 9 to 10, 100-yard IM. This is mostly a Riptide event, with one swimmer slated for the lane 8s from Mako. Lane 1, Ellie Wagner from Riptide. Lane 2, Freya Simmering from Riptide. Lane 3, Lauren Bach, Riptide. Lane 4, Alice Gaffney, Riptide. Lane 5, Paige Turnbow, Riptide. Lane 6, Mila Agalu from Riptide, lane 7. Aria Leisinger from Riptide, lane 8. Ellie Hendel from Mako. Lane 4, Alice Gaffke is in the lead at the moment here. Hotly contested by Paige Turnbow in lane 5. And very closely followed by Lauren Bach in lane 3. However, Alice Gaffke does take the turn first as she begins her breaststroke down to the other end of the pool. Second place is neck and neck between Lauren Bach in lane 3 and Paige Turnbow in lane 5. Alice Gaffke makes the turn, begins the home stretch here, followed right behind her by Lauren Bach in lane 3. And Paige Turnbow in lane 5 will be in third position. So finishing first, Alice Gaffke, lane 4 with a 1:17.72. Lane 3 takes second position with Lauren Bach and a 1:19.69. Lane 5 finishes third, that's Paige Turnbow with a 1:22.53. Next up is event 34 boys, 9 to 10, 100-yard I am. This is a one-heat event. This is an all Riptide heat and event. Lane 3, Will Kohler. Lane 4, Jace Hansen. Lane 5, Parker Stuckey. Lane 6, Elliot Lesh. Leading the pack down to the other end of the pool is Jace Hansen in lane 4. Second place is Parker Stuckey in lane 5, followed by third place at this time, Will Kohler in lane 3. Jace Hansen is starting to pull away a little bit with his backstroke as he heads down towards this end of the pool in lane 4. Parker Stuckey is maintaining his second position here in lane 5. Jace Hansen continues his lead with his breaststroke down to the far end of the pool here. Second position is Parker Stuckey. Third position at this time is Will Kohler in lane 3. And in fourth position is Elliot Lesh in lane 6. Jace makes the turn to work his way back home, and he will take first position. Jace comes into this with a 1:20.90. Let's see what he finishes with here in lane 4. He finishes with a 1:20.73, slight improvement. Lane 5 comes in second with a 1:23.70. That's Parker Stuckey. And the third position coming in will be lane 3. That's Will Kohler. Will finishes with a soft touch. And Elliot Lesh in lane 6 will come in fourth, actually, with a 1:39.46. Folks, at this time, I'm told we need another 10-minute break so that the swimmers can be rested for the next events. We have some swimmers swimming very close back-to-back events, so we need to give them a chance to take a breather. We will be back in about 10 minutes. As a reminder, once again, if you've got any shout-outs you want to make to the swimmers, please don't be afraid to do so in the live chat. I'll have Chris Hansen be monitoring that, and he can deliver those messages. As I had said to you before as well, this morning session will probably end, in about an hour, maybe a little bit further than that. And then after that, we will start up a second broadcast for the afternoon session. And this is Tom Rucci along with Chris Hansen here at the Blue Water Aquatic Center for the 2022 Chili Dip Invitational. We'll talk to you in about 8 minutes or less. We have a shout out here from James Heinrichs. Go, Olivia. Papa and Nana watching from 80-degree Florida. Boy, that sounds good down there. Thanks for the shout out.
We are combining event 35, heat 1 with event 37, heat 1. Girls and boys.
All right, folks, we're back here. Looks like we're combining event 35 from heat 1 with event 37 from heat 1. So I'll try to get that all straight here. Now this event 35 is girls 11 to 12 100-yard butterfly. This will be heat 1 of 3. And this includes then from event 37, one from the 9 to 10 range. In lane 3, Ava Veldman, Riptide. Lane 4, Iris Pavoni with Riptide. Lane 5, Catherine Deeb from Riptide. And in lane 7, Lauren Bach from Riptide, I believe. And it is Riptide, that is correct. As they make their way back to this end of the pool. Boy, it's pretty evenly contested here. However, it does look like lane 5, Catherine Deeb is leading slightly as she makes the turn at the end of the first lap. She will continue that lead as she proceeds down to the other end of the pool with Ava Veldman in lane 3 in second place. And Iris Pavoni is neck and neck with Lauren Bach in lanes 4 and 7. As they make the turn, let's see how it comes out here. It's close, but it is still Catherine Deeb in lane 5 leading the pack down, with Ava Veldman in second in lane 3. Iris Pavoni will take first place in lane 5. I'm sorry, Catherine Deeb in lane 5 will take first place with a 1:17.85, followed by lane 3. That's Iris Pavoni And third position will go to Lauren Bach in lane 7. Next up is heat 2 of 3. This is event 35, girls 11 to 12, 100-yard butterfly. This is an all Riptide heat. In lane 1, Emma Paul. Lane 2, Kaylin DuBois. Lane 3, Olive Patterson. Lane 4, Chandler Offerman. Lane 5, Samantha Graves. Lane 6, Allie Peterson. Lane 7, Ava Fortier. And looks like we have a scratch for lane 8. In first place at the moment, lane 4, Chandler Offerman, followed closely by lane 6. That's Allie Peterson. They make their turn. I'm going to say that in third place, it's going to be lane 5 with Samantha Graves. Chandler Offerman in lane 4 is still in first place, lengthening her lead now by almost a half a pool length. Second place still is lane 5, Samantha Graves. And third place, again, hotly contested now at this point. In lane 2, Kaylin DuBois has moved into second place as she works her way down to the end of the pool. So finishing first in lane 4 is Chandler Offerman. Second place goes to lane 5, Samantha Graves. Third place will go to lane 2. And that's Kaylin DuBois with a 1:21.15. Fourth place will go to lane 3, Olive Patterson. Next up is heat 3 of event 35, girls 11 to 12, 100-yard butterfly. Lane 1, Sophie Fritz Mako. Lane 2, Greta Reichart, Riptide. Lane 3, Elena Pontrelli, Riptide. Lane 4, Aubrey Fry, Mako. Lane 5, Maggie McNamara, Mako. Lane 7, Alyssa Bauer, Riptide. And in lane 8, Lainey Bell with Riptide. In first place at this time, it's lane 4, Aubrey Fry with Mako. Second place is anybody's guess because it's pretty hot. But I'm going to say lane 7 is probably second place with Alyssa Bauer. Aubrey in lane 4 continues her lead down to the other end of the pool. Pretty hotly contested for second place between lanes 3, 5, and 7. Lane 3 is Elena Pontrelli. Lane 5 is Maggie McNamara. Lane 7 is Alyssa Bauer. As Aubrey Fry from Mako makes her way back to the finish line here in lane 4. She will finish with a 1:06.96. Second place will go to lane 5. That's Maggie McNamara. Third place goes to lane 7, Alyssa Bauer. Event 36, this is boys, 11 to 12, 100-yard butterfly. This is a one-heat event. Lane 3, Kyle Hadsel, Riptide. Lane 4, Jacob Pulaski, Mako. Lane 5, Nikita Grinberg, Riptide. And lane 6, Charlie Johnson with Riptide. It's a tight fight here for first between lanes 4 and 5. Lane 4 is Jacob Pulaski. Lane 5 is Nikita Grinberg. They are neck and neck as they come down here and after the first turn. Looks like Nikita Grinberg has picked up the pace a little bit and has taken over the lead just barely by probably a head length. Second position is Jacob Pulaski. Third place at this time is lane 3, that's Kyle Hadsel. And in fourth place is Charlie Johnson in lane 6. All right, Nikita Grinberg is lengthening his lead in lane 5. And again, second place is Jacob Pulaski right now. Nikita Grinberg will take first in lane 5. He comes into this with a 1:13.18. And Nikita's going to finish with a 1:12.47. Jacob Pulaski in lane 4 will finish with a 1:18.32. Third place will go to lane 3, Kyle Hadsel with a soft touch. And fourth place will go to Charlie Johnson in lane 6. Folks, we are coming near the end here. We have only got a few more things. We've got a few more events, and we'll be there. But at this time, I'm being told that we need to take another break. This will be another 10-minute break while our teams get ready for the medley relays that are up next. So while they assemble that, we'll take a break from the action. Once again, this is the 2022 Blue Water Aquatic Center Chili Dip event for Riptide Swimming. And the Mako Aquatics team is here as well. Still got a pretty good crowd. Probably half of the stands are still filled. Great to see. Again, if you've got any shout-out comments, let us know. We'll take a look at them here again, pass them on to the swimmers, and we'll see you back here while these folks all assemble in about, I'd say about 5 minutes. Thanks, everybody. Be right back.
Our elevated chatter is not too close to pollute the thing. It is? Oh, jeez. All right, well, we'll move. Oh, I figured it in.
Sights and sounds of the pool.
Figured a little bit out.
Oh, it was you. All right, folks, for those of you that are still watching, we are in a little bit of a break here while we get ready for the relays that will be next. We've got just a couple more events for the morning session. Again, this is a reminder that for those of you that have swimmers that you're going to be watching in the afternoon session, we will have a separate broadcast that will start up here after. So, like I say, this one will end with the morning session, and we'll have a different live cast here for the afternoon session, so watch for that certainly on YouTube. And I want to thank my partner, Chris Hansen, for helping out today. All right, we are back from the break. And we have event 39. This is girls 11 to 12, 200-yard medley relay. This is a one-heat event. And this is going to be, looks like all Riptide swimmers in this heat. In lane 2, Emma Paul. Lane 3, Avery Jelinek. Lane 4, Marion Colwaite. Lane 5, Alyssa Bauer. Lane 6, Samantha Graves. Lane 7, Emmy Dietz. Now I'm going to do my best to keep up with the swimmers as they enter the pool, but I'm just going to have to probably punt. So far in the lead is lane 4. That's Marion Colway as she comes back to the front of the pool here. Next into the water will be lane 2, Claire McKinney. Lane 3, Vivian Kohler. Lane 4, Lainey Bell. Lane 5, Chandler Offerman. Lane 6, Olive Patterson. And lane 7, Kaylin DuBois. Lane 4 is a pretty commanding lead. And again, that's Lainey Bell in lane 4. As she heads back to the start here, we'll get the third row swimmers up. Entering the water will be lane 2, Addie Falcon. Lane 3, Ava Fortier. Lane 4, Ruby Call. Lane 5, Greta Reichert. Lane 6, Iris Polvoni. And lane 7, Mia Barton. Ruby Call has basically got a half-length pool lead here as she comes back for her final swimmers to enter the water. The swimmers for the fourth round here will be lane 2, Allie Peterson. Lane 4, Catherine Deeb. Lane 5 is going to be, lane 4 is Elena Pontrelli. Lane 5, Savannah Kirchhoff. Lane 6, Nora Behrens. And lane 7, Ava Veldman. The team in lane 4 came in first with a 2:04.58. The team in lane 5 came in second with a 2:14.44. Coming in third is lane 3, it looks like, 2:19.86. Fourth would be lane 6 with a 2:19.95. And coming in the final position, lane 2 with a 2:30.25. Great swims. All right, event 40. This is boys 11 to 12, 200-yard medley relay. And we will have this combined with a swimmer from another event, Jace Hansen from the boys 10 and under 200-yard medley relay. So we've got a combo here. This is an all Riptide event. Lane 4 is Eli Thuft. Lane 5 is Griffin Smith. Lane 7 looks like Jace Hansen. Lane 7 is kind of taking the lead here with Jace Hansen coming back to the finish line for the next swimmer to get in the water. Very close, though. Second set of swimmers will be lane 4, Nikita Grinberg. Lane 5, Owen Jenin. And lane 7, Will Kohler. Will Kohler in lane 7 is still in the lead. However, in lane 4, Nikita Grinberg is starting to catch up. Nikita Grinberg has passed Will Kohler in lane 7. Nikita Grinberg is lengthening his lead in lane 4, and will come back first. For the third row of swimmers, we will have lane 4, Micah DeBelts, lane 5, Philip Simmering, and in lane 7, Parker Stuckey entering the water. Micah DeBelts has a commanding lead, over a half a pool now, in lane 4 for his team. Very close for second position is lane 5 and 7. That's Philip Simmering and Parker Stuckey. Entering the water now, swimmers for the final leg will be lane 4, Andrew Deeb. Lane 5, Kyle Hadsel. And lane 7, Elliot Lesh. Lane 4's team, right now anchored by Andrew Deeb, will take first place. Lane 7, anchored by Elliot Lesh, appears to be in second place. And lane 5, Kyle Hadsel currently is in third, but anything can happen here at the end. Lane 4 will take first position with 2:17.62 for the team. Kyle Hadsel has turned on the burners in lane 5 and is now going to come in second place with his team in lane 5. That's interesting. The time clock says lane 7 came in second with the boys 10 and under. Not sure. I might have missed that. I thought that Kyle Hadsel had done it. Well, folks, up next is our final event of the morning session. This is event 41, girls 10 and under, 200-yard medley relay. And this is heat 1 of 1. Again, this is a mixed meet. This is mostly Riptide. In lane 1 is Riptide with Ellie Sidaros. Lane 4, so that was lane 3. Lane 4 for Riptide is Lauren Bach. Lane 5 for Riptide is Freya Simmering. And lane 6 for Mako is Halston Schuler. Lane 4 is leading currently with Lauren Bach. In second place for Riptide as well is Ellie Sidaros in lane 3. Third place belongs to lane 5, Freya Simmering with Riptide. Now into the water for the second team will be lane 3, Emily McGraw. Lane 4, Alice Gafke. Lane 5, Jessica Yang. And in lane 6 for Mako, Ellie Hendel. Alice Gafke at lane 4 continues the massive lead that Lauren Bach had begun for that relay team. Second position still remains kind of a struggle between lanes 3 and 5. As Alice Gafke comes back and touches, the rest of the swimmers for the third leg will get ready to get into the water. Those swimmers are lane 3, Dalen Schmidt for Riptide. Lane 4, Paige Turnbow for Riptide. Lane 5, Morgan Sims for Riptide. And in lane 6, Ellie Pulaski. In lane 4, Paige Turnbow is at least a half a pool length ahead of her competition at the moment as she comes back so that the final list of swimmers can get in the water. As Paige touches, the next swimmers for the final leg of the relay are lane 3, Allie Wagner, lane 4, Mila Agalu, lane 5, Aria Lessinger, and in lane 6 for Mako, Arabelle Gansky. Mila in lane 4 for Riptide has a clear lead, and that team will win in lane 4, first position, and come in first. Kind of a weird soft touch there on the clock. Second spot will go to team 5, in lane 5 rather. Third slot is going to go to the team in lane 3, also a soft touch. That means the final slot is going to go to the Mako Aquatics in lane 6. Folks, that will conclude our AM session of the 2022 Riptide Chili Dip Invitational, with a battle of the swimmers between Riptide Aquatics and Mako Aquatics at the Blue Water Aquatic Center in lovely Apple Valley, Minnesota. I want to thank my partner here with the broadcast, Chris Hansen, and this is Tom Rucci. It's been a pleasure for us to bring this to you. And for those of you that are interested in the afternoon session, we will have another session that will be started here on YouTube in just a little while. So please look out for that. Otherwise, thanks again, everybody, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend.
Just